Oh, goodness me, Ryan. We have been friends long enough that I can always find time for an interview. Oh, wow, Ryan. What an interesting topic. In fact, it's one of my favorites. No research, Ryan? Well, some things will never change. Okay, then. What would you like to know first, Ryan? Well, Ryan, I have been around the psychology field for many years now, and I do believe that there have been a few studies done on this topic. Now, you have to keep in mind that this is a hard study to do because there are many variables involved. When parents get divorced, it's not as if the next day their kids are out being sexually active. It depends on how kids react to the divorce, whether they live with their mother or their father, their religious views, and it goes on. So you see what I'm saying, Ryan? It's a tough subject to just give a yes or no answer to. Yep, actually there is. Now, there's no doubt that the quality of parents and their marital status affects children's attitude towards premarital sex and cohabitation. In fact, I recall a study done by Sarah Granger from the University of Liverpool. She found that for females growing up in a father absent family, it can cause shorter relationships and having sex sooner than if she was raised in a father present family. Also, she found that parental divorce could be used to predict variance in the insecurity of adults, and insecure adults are more likely to marry following shorter courtships than secure adults. Yeah, I was getting there, Ryan. Don't worry. There was one article I remember. It was called "The Effects of Recent Parental Divorce on Their Children's Sexual Attitudes and Behaviors." Yeah, it was written by William H. Jeans. It explored how divorce affects children sexually and how long it affects them for. You see, because for many years we believed that the repercussions of divorce for children only lasted a few years. However, this study shows that it affects children for much longer than we originally expected. Now, his study tests whether children whose parents were recently divorced maintain different attitudes and behaviors regarding premarital sex than their counterparts in single parent divorced families, whose parents had been divorced for 4 years or more. Now, several researchers have argued that divorce has a greater impact on children during the first few years than in the later years following divorce. Other researchers have argued that the effects of divorce are longer lasting than just a few years. Now, one would expect the children whose parents had recently divorced to be more likely to have permissive attitudes and behaviors regarding premarital sex than those children whose parents had been divorced for 4 years or more. But actually, what we found is that all the children from a divorced family were actually more inclined to more permissive attitudes and behaviors towards premarital sex than their counterparts in an intact families. Precisely, Ryan. In fact, I was reading the New York Times the other day and came across another article that might be useful to your presentation. It stated that research shows the list of divorce-related problems can run from an increase in drug and alcohol use to hide the feelings of shame due to their actions of their parents. And adolescent girls may become sexually promiscuous following divorce, whereas boys can become sexually insecure, and threatened. Okay, Ryan, if that's it, thanks for having me. Bye-bye now.